Good day, guys. So, over the past few days I have tackled myself with a small design project. Essentially it is a JR module holder. Now the thing is, why do you want a JR module holder? We have a little JR module and we have another JR module. Two different types of things, and the thing is, why do we want something when the radio has a slot in the back to put it in? Because, I can get this, get my radio, plug it in. So why would I possibly want something to hold that when my radio does it? Well, two reasons. Number one, not all radios have these things. A lot of us are so used to things like the Jumper, Tyrannus, all of the free Sky stuff, and they all have a JR module bay in them. But some radios don't. And a classic example is my Jetty. So the Jetty, I've retrofitted one in and made it all work, and I'm very, very happy with how that works. But sometimes I don't want to plug a module in there. And along comes this. Now, over here, lovely little 3D printed box. And you can see we got some module header pins sitting up over there in it. We have a power supply sitting over there. And I can get my module and I can clip it in. Now, what makes this interesting is what I've done. Inside here, I have a receiver that is outputting a signal that Crossfire can understand. So in this case, I can output Nest Bus signal to Crossfire straight from the receiver. But technically, as long as your receiver outputs, whether it's PPM, whatever, this would work. If I'm honest, it probably makes more sense to run PPM with these because every module under the sun supports PPM. Some don't support other stuff. So if you ran PPM, you can just plug it in. Now, where this becomes useful is, first and foremost, if I had a radio that did not support, say, a multi-protocol module in the back, like your OpenTX derivatives, what I could do is put a receiver inside here, bind it to my radio over here. So now what happens is my radio is talking its protocol, in this case I'm talking Jetty's XBus protocol, straight to the receiver inside the case. The receiver in the case then outputs a PPM signal, which talks to the module, and instantly I've got a little wireless relay. Now, that can work very, very well for separating this and actually making a little ground station for you. In this case, I've got a tripod, I can pop it up and off I go. But where else does this apply? Because obviously 99% of the time I'm going to plug it straight into the back of my radio. But there's that other little time where I might go, oh, maybe I want to try kind of get my RF in a better position. And imagine what I could do with that. Technically, this radio can talk to this at a distance in the region of about, I reckon, 1.5 kilometers, under 2.4, rough guess. Now, that gives me a lot of room to play with, but I could technically pop this, for example, right on the edge of a cliff, somewhere where I was flying, and I could do the same with my analog and do a wireless relay, which would mean I could stand nice and safely, 100 meters away from the cliff, but fly with complete impunity over the edge of the cliff and around because I had a complete wireless relay of both my control link and my video. It's quite possible to do this, and my wireless tracker can do this already. I can basically relay straight to my goggles and the tracker will do what it has to do. It kind of opens up the ability for where you put yourself physically versus where the RF system is. And at the end of the day, this is not for everybody, but it has its uses. And for me, it just opens up another door, another possibility for something I could do, and I kind of like possibilities. It also means that if perchance I decided I wanted to run a Spectrum receiver in something, I could just relay it by plugging the Spectrum module in the and my Jetty radio could still control it. It will do the same job, and it's a relatively small overhead. So, there we have it, a wireless relay box. Now, I will put a link in the dialogue below to show you where the files are. It's all designed up, it works. You pretty much just need a receiver with a PPM output. Wire the thing in. I would suggest you probably want to put a voltage regulator in. There's room for it in this thing too. It's easy, In my case, I've got a little 5-volt regulator running off here. a barrel connector, which means I can push up to 26 volts in, and it's not going to make everything else go bang, which is, dare I say, quite important. And yeah, there you have it. It works. It's a good result all round. I hope it's provided some of you with an idea of what you could do. Now, let me leave you to it. Enjoy, have fun. If you like the channel, subscribe as always. It always goes a long way for me to know if people are interested in the content that's being produced. Have a good day. Cheers.